today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Kyler Murray and the Houston Texans versus Russell Wilson and the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners are 4 of 5 before that. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by the former third-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get 1 key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. Former Heisman winner leading them out, the 2-time Pro Bowler in his first 3 seasons, the electric Kyler Murray.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
To throw again on second down. Murray flushed out right. He'll get this to Elliott. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Again, Murray will keep it. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Being chased out left. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Now he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Murray. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Texans at 9-4 now on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to Singletary. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now. Singletary loses it, and the Texans scoop it. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Tucker's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Singletary to get the drive started. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Wilson. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Pickens. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They go play action now. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On second and a long way to go. Murray. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Murray off play action. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We get started just upstate from us here in Florida. Dallas paying a visit to the Sunshine State to take on Jacksonville. And it's the Cowboys on top as they play the second quarter. Dalvin Cook with 2 touchdowns there. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Trey Lance, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they lead the visiting Atlanta Falcons at halftime. The Saints trying to finish that one off and claim victory. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. 51 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he loses the football a second time. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play fake, Murray. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 31, Wilson. Pickens on the slant. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Drake one more time on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now out comes Houston. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wilson's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The Chiefs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Wilson. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Gano now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
From the 39, Murray. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The offense on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. To throw is Wilson. And this goes out wide for Drake. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here taken in by Knox. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw it. Murray sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Murray fighting, lost the football. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And this will be taken at the 13. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 13, a little under 50 seconds to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Texans, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.